Do you know what the problem is? The problem is I want to exactly know what the cause of that problem is. And sometimes it's necessary not to get to the core of your problem. Just accept it. It happens and just solve it. And don't dig to the core of the problem because it will not help you. Sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes you can find any pattern what causes you to be overstimulated in this case. Do you know what the real problem is? The real problem is I'm trying to find out what the cause of this problem is. Quote unquote problem, because it's not a real problem. A problem is a problem when you see it as a problem. But if you accept it as a challenge, then it's not a problem. And I'm now trying to accept it as a challenge. So to say, it's not really a challenge, it's something that just happens. Sometimes I don't need to, it's not necessary to understand what the root cause of the problem is. The only thing that matters is that you solve the problem as fast as possible. And that's what I'm actually trying to do now. Because I notice I'm a bit overstimulated. I think I'm really a really studious person. And sometimes I'm so studious that I'm overstimulating myself with as much information as possible. And that's the problem in this case. So that's the problem. And now I pay the debt for it. I'm having a bit of a headache. I'm pretty tired. I don't feel like doing much. I'm trying to figure it out. And that's not good. My analytical brain wants to figure out everything. And that's not good. My analytical brain wants to schedule every moment in my life. And that's the problem with my brain, with my analytical brain. I can analyze a lot of things. I'm really analytical. I can solve a lot of questions. I like to ask questions. I like to learn a lot, to study a lot, and that's my power. But most of the time, what's your most powerful trait is it's almost your biggest pitfall also. So what I must do now is actually relax, but I notice there's a lot of resistance in it. If I try to relax, my brain goes everywhere, and watching Netflix and watching YouTube and watching all kinds of distractions is not relaxing, because there's a difference between relaxing and relaxing. If you want to find joy, that's not relaxing. A lot of people say, hey, I'll watch this video and I'm really relaxing on this moment, but it's actually you're actually looking for some joy, some pleasure. That's not relaxing. What's really relaxing? Relaxing is doing nothing, reading a good non-informational book, being in nature, just not scheduling your entire day, and that's good for you. I think that's the definition of relaxation. Meditating could also be relaxing, but also meditation could also be a stressful, quote-unquote stressful thing if you schedule it on a certain time stamp. But I still have to learn, but I learn it gradually, that I almost have to schedule less my entire day. It's necessary for me because I want structure, I want a good schedule, and that's necessary for me to operate on a daily basis and to function properly, to have some sense of meaning. If I'm productive, I have some sense of meaning. And if you have some sense of meaning, you are more fulfilled. And a fulfilling life is, of course, a basic human need to have. But also, you can also have some meaning, have some fulfillment in doing nothing, in emptying out your brain. And sometimes there are periods or small periods, like a few days or a week or something, you are just a bit overstimulated. The best thing you can do then is taking a step back so you can take 2 steps forward. So cliche, but it's true. The real problem is I have so many things on my mind. I want to do, I want to reach some sort of ambition. And that kind of ambition makes you restless. In some periods, I notice my sleep is not very good. It's not bad, but it's not very good, not decent. So that's a sign you are a bit overstimulated. Your brain it gets harder for your brain to calm down, and that causes you to wake up in the middle of the night, for example, or to wake up earlier, or to fall asleep later. And those signals, you have to take those signals very serious. Your body sends messages, and if you ignore those messages gets louder. They are popping up more frequently, and they are screaming louder. So to take those messages seriously is a vital thing to do, to understand. Don't ignore them. Don't postpone them like, oh, next week I'm going to fix this. Next week. I'm also inclined to do that sometimes, but don't try to ignore them or to postpone those messages, and try to immediately do something about it. That's the most important thing. Do something about it immediately before it gets out of hand, before you're getting serious signals from your body, like exhaustion, or you're really down, or whatever it is. Your body, your guts are your second brain. So also what you eat becomes part of your body, so your brain. So if you eat healthy food, it becomes part of your brain. Your brain is healthier. So what could you learn from this video? If you're inclined to look for a lot of joy, if you're tired a lot of times, firstly look at what you eat. That's the first thing. What do you eat on a daily basis? Do you stimulate yourself too often? In my case, I try to absorb as much information as possible on certain moments. That's a constant pattern. That's a constant thing which I really have to regulate sometimes before I get really overstimulated, and it happened before many times. But for you it could be something else. Do you eat a lot of junk food? Do you exercise enough? And also, do you exercise for fun, or do you have to do it on discipline too many times, which causes you to be exhausted many times? So look for all energy drainages. If you have too many energy drainages, then you have to do something about it. Then you have to eliminate some of those leakages. If you have more things which give you energy, then it's alright. But if you have too many things which drain your energy, then you have to take a helicopter view on your life to see what those leakages are, and to eliminate them step by step in habitual form. Don't eliminate them all at once, because that won't work. Do it step by step. That's, I think, the best way to go. So that's this video. It's a bit of a different video. I notice I am momently doing a lot of vlog style videos. If you like this kind of content, let me know. If you like, yeah, that's it actually. And now I'm going to lay on the couch and watch all... So check your mind daily. Is it healthy? Is it sharp? Is it overstimulated? Is it a bit fuzzy, a bit foggy? Look for it every day. Ask yourself those questions. What is my current state of mind? If it is positive, that's fine. If it's negative, what are the drainages? And what are the energy givers? And what can I do to give myself more energy? To energize myself. And that's it. Thank you for watching.